Hello everyone and welcome back to another tier list. This time we're looking at the tier list of Season 7 of Apex and especially towards the new map Olympus. So we will rank all the legends from 15 till 1. We'll also divide them in tiers. The lowest will be D tier because I don't think anyone is unusable at the moment. So D tier will be the lowest one and S tier will be the top one. We will start in D tier and we'll make our way up to S tier. Okay, to start off we'll obviously start in D tier, and at number 15 I have Octane. Octane, unfortunately, he was already a really low ranked legend last season, but this season he's even worse because of Horizon. Horizon or ult is basically a better jump pad of Octane. It's a bit slower, okay, but you go way higher and you're way more difficult target, and you have your tactical way faster than Octane gets his ult. So I think Octane lacks a bit. His buff to the passive is okay, it's a good buff, but it's not enough. So I think that Respawn has to think about how to make him more of a team player, or buff his jump pad again, that it's not useless anymore. It's not useless, but it's more viable. Then in 14th position we have Rampart, so she moved up a little bit, so the buffs that were made to her were really good, but still in the open she lacks a bit. She's really easy to play around off, but I think a good buff to her would be to make Sheila able to spin around like 180 degrees. So, because now if you place your Sheila turret a bit more to the left, for example, and you have to shoot to the right, you can't get there because you can only turn like 90 degrees, so that's a bit annoying. But those are the only two I will place in D tier because I think all the other legends are actually decent. So we'll move into C tier now. These legends are in need of a bit of a buff, but they're okay. They're not too bad. In 13th I placed Wattson because I think we're talking about casuals now, of course. She lacks a bit as nobody uses her when you play with randoms most of the time. She's heavily, you need her in like competitive teams. She's really good. Definitely in the final zones she's a very good asset to the team. But I think in pubs she lacks a bit, and I think with how many Gibbies there are now, Wattson should be more of a viable choice, but still people don't use her that often. And definitely also with the Bangalore buff as well. So it's a bit of a mystery why no one uses her, because I think she can be higher up the list, but I just don't see any Wattsons in game. Then in 12th and on top of C tier we have Mirage. The buff he got, where the decoys have more health, is a really good one, but I think he still is quite vulnerable in like open areas, and Olympus is unfortunately a very open map. But he shines in CQB. I have had troubles before with decoys that have more health. It's like that split second that he gets more, because his decoys have the little bit more of health. So it's a good buff, but I think the Mirage will shine more in World's Edge than on Olympus. Then if we move up, we come in B tier, and in B tier we find Loba. Loba, still in 11th, and yeah, she got the love she deserved, and she's actually a really good support to the team now. Her ult is amazing to get early game. Her tactical is also good, but yeah, definitely with a lot of vertical elevations on this Olympus map, but it still lacks like speed. So if you throw it, you're like a sitting duck. So I would make the bracelet like when you throw it, you're still able to shoot and throw. That would be a good buff, and I think then Loba is like in the perfect place she can be in. So at the moment I think only her tactical is in need of a little rework. But Loba is all around a really good legend this season. Then if we move up into A tier already, A tier, these legends are really good, and as you see we're only at spot 10. That means that the legends are quite good balance this season. But in 10th I actually said Caustic because of the open map that Olympus is. A lot of people will disagree with me, well, it's totally fine, but I think like the buff he got to his gas, that it does more damage, it's noticeable, but in the open he's not that viable. It's a bit easier to play around like, but I think if we have to play on World's Edge he would be like a top 6, top 5 character, but we're talking about Olympus now. Then in 9th we have Crypto. Like last season, Crypto is really good balanced at the moment. He provides a lot of info to the team, but because there is less cover to hide in, Crypto lacks a bit in that department. For example, if you push a team, Crypto is most of the time in his drone. He has to sit back a little bit further because there is less place to hide. But I think Crypto provides all around a really good asset to the team, and I don't think he's really in need of a rework or a buff. It's just the map that isn't really that suited for him. I think he will excel more in World's Edge again. Then in Revenant, the same thing as all these other legends is like the map doesn't suit him that well than World's Edge, because I think the Death Totem is way better on World's Edge because there is less open space, so you can place down your Death Totem a bit closer to the enemies. For the rest, Revenant remains a really strong legend, but because it's a bit easier to see people coming, Rev ults are a bit less powerful, and that's why I placed him at 8. I know that in high competitive play, when you find a really good Revenant that has a really good team that is well coordinated, Revenant is still like top tier, like an S tier legend, no doubt. But we're talking pubs most of the time, randos, and a random Revenant isn't that hard to deal with, to be honest. Then we move up to 7th place, and here we find Bangalore, my own main. It's a bit weird to say this because last season I said I was a Bloodhound main, and I found Bangalore is really easy to work around. But yeah, I think I found my own playstyle in her. She's like the best character to dictate fights, like who am I fighting, who am I blocking off with my smoke so I can focus on this guy. We're like the kings and queens of directing a fight. The smokes, definitely in this open map that is Olympus, can be really crucial. And not to mention the ult, I'm like damaging a lot of people now. Like the 2 seconds are like very noticeable. Then the passive again is really good. It's like a 2-second stim of an octane you get when you get shot at. And this can be crucial to find that a little bit of cover to hide in and heal up. So I think Bangalore is like all around really great for this map, and I think definitely in ranked we'll see more Bangalores this season. Then in 6th we have the new legend Horizon. Horizon is a very good addition to this game. Her tactical is amazing, as I told earlier. She basically made Octane not unusable, but like irrelevant. Her ult can be strong, but it has to be good coordinated with the other teammates, because it can combo really well with gas and grenades, and it can fuck up an entire team for sure. I've had moments where Horizons really like killed an entire team just because everyone was sucked into the ult and people started throwing grenades in there and gas, and they couldn't escape, so they died. Her passive as well, because there is so much vertical elevation. Her passive is actually really good, and it comes in handy quite often on this map. Then we move up to the top of A tier, and here we find Bloodhound. Yeah, he fell out of S tier, but I think it's because also it's a more open map. Bloodhound is a bit better in like tight cities where there's a lot of cover, so you can keep scanning. But on this map you most of the time see your enemies already. There is not a lot of cover, so it's more easy to guess where they are. There are like certain parts on the map Olympus where he comes in very clutch, I know that. Yeah, World's Edge will be way better for him, so after the split, Bloodhound will be again an S tier legend. But we're talking about Olympus here. Still, Bloodhound remains one of the best picks for a team, provides a lot, he has the recon perk, so that makes him a very good choice for ranked as well. So yeah, Bloodhound, until you get a nerf, you'll be one of the best legends in the game, no matter what the map is. Then we move up to S tier. Like, we have 4 legends here at the moment that are just untouchable, in my opinion. And to start off, it's Lifeline. Just like last season, her passive is the best in the game. It's still broken as hell, but because the map is a bit more open, she's a bit more vulnerable. And we'll see later with Gibby that, yeah, Gibby is actually a better pick at the moment. Then in third position we have Pathfinder. Pathfinder, he's back, baby. Yeah, his grapple is finally fixed, so people can use him way more effectively. I think he's in the best spot he's ever been, more balanced than ever. No broken glitches with his arm that's sticking out for some reason, like in Season 6. Yeah, and his zipline is actually really awesome on this new map, because there is so much vertical elevation, and he can get us up there immediately. Then in second place, and she moved up from A tier again, is Wraith. Because the map is so open, Wraith can be super crucial to get you out of a really sticky situation without cover. I don't know, but like this season I way more appreciate a Wraith on my team. It's insane. And not to mention her hitbox remains the best in the game, so Wraith, yeah, second on the tier list, and yeah, quite obviously why. And then on number 1, the champion of this season, Gibby. I think we all knew he was coming in first because, yeah, Thick Boy is just insane. He has a really good revive in his bubble. His bubble blocks every single thing, so it's like your mini fortress for 12 seconds, so you can heal up. And definitely because there is not a lot of cover to hide in, his bubble can be crucial to provide a little bit of cover so you can heal up or move safely to another spot. Then his ult is a great tool to bombard defensive positions or attack a certain team in the open. Not to mention that the sniping on this map can be really great because of there is a lot of open spaces. For example, me, I use a triple take a lot. With Gibby's gun shield, damn, we are unstoppable almost. So yeah, Gibby, best legend this season, and I think he will remain the best until he gets some nerfs. But that will wrap it up for this video. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think is the best legend, who needs reworks, who needs buffs, who needs nerfs. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Follow me on Twitch if you want to join in a stream. I try and stream now more regularly. And yeah, join the Discord as well. I forget to mention that. And I'll see you in the next one. It's looking okay for now. Public. The fuck is this? Wait. Bros. What the fuck?